feels super weird. I'm glad all you can see is just like 2 leaves. So my landlord's doing yard work outside, so if I just drop to the ground and don't edit it out, that's why. That's what's happening. He shouldn't be on the side of the house. I've moved everything to the opposite side, but just in case. Hello and welcome to Plies and Hellhounds. We are a crafty puppy interrupted channel coming to you from central Connecticut now. I am your human host, Gabby. You can find me everywhere online as Gabigailss and all my hand-dyed yarn at Plies and Hellhounds and pliesandhellhounds.com. Welcome back to any returning viewers, and hello and welcome to any new viewers. We are in a new place, completely and utterly new. If you've been watching the channel, you know that I moved at the 3 weeks ago, mid-month, beginning of the month, April. Did I move in April? I don't remember. Yeah, I moved in April. I moved at the end of March. So we are here in my craft nook, my Serenity by Gabby, if you will. You have a separate office for Plies and Hellhounds HQ. There's a little nook right off of our living room that's kind of like a separate room, but isn't. So this is now my crafting space. It's not totally set up yet. I'm still waiting on some stuff from Amazon to come in, but apparently they're being walked here from the Amazon warehouse. That's a story for another time. But yeah, this is the craft nook tour. I'll do a little tour. Again, it's not finished. I'm still waiting on some stuff for the closet to organize it. And I don't have a sewing table anymore. I'm just using my desk in the office. This is not what this is about. It's going to be our usual setup because the Knit Joe has been a little wonky with moving and life stress and, you know, pandemic time things. So I have a what I want to make this year outfit wise. I'm saying this year because I don't want to put a really big time limit on it. It's just something that these are 4 outfits that I want to make that I think I can interchange with each other and what I have in my wardrobe that I'm still currently wearing. It's kind of wardrobe overhaul season for me, at least. A lot of the clothes that I have been wearing for the past couple of years no longer fit me due to pandemic time weight gain, which is fine. That's what happens sometimes. And a lot of the pieces that no longer fit, I wasn't really wearing a lot anyway, so I'm weeding those out. Just going to update our wardrobe into clothes that fit us well and are comfortable instead of trying to smash ourselves into things that no longer fit. I'm also going to go over kind of what I've been reading because I know people do enjoy my recommendations for books, and my reading has slowed down a little bit just because of the move, but I do believe I have 4 or 5 books to recommend to you. You know, that's fine, in a month. It's a little weird doing this new setup, but we'll see. Go grab a drink of your choice and let's kind of jump into my goals here. The plan, if you will. As you may have noticed if you have been following us for a while, our aesthetic is shifting more heavily into it's always just been like a little bit goth, a little bit witchy situation, but we are diving headfirst, eyes closed, no regrets, straight into dark academic. I love that style. I love the simplicity of it and like the mixing and matching that you can do with all the pieces and just the whole aesthetic. So those TikToks where they're like, I want to be this, but I also want to be this. That's kind of where I am at. Like, I want to be this, but I also want to be this, but I also really want to be this. So I went through all of my like Pinterest boards and Instagram saves and the TikToks that I try and like more than once for outfits that I want to focus on to recreate because I think that they're going to be staples in the wardrobe, but also easily adjusted to work with the stuff I already have and the things I'm probably going to make in the future. So we'll go with outfit 1, which is this. I'm using a new editing software, so I apologize if things are a little weird. Good luck to us. Picking the 4 pictures was turned out harder than I wanted to be because I'm going through and I'm picking pictures like this, and I'm realizing that's not an outfit, I can't just be like, I no longer, I just want to be like ivy growing on an old abandoned castle. I want to be the fluttering of a skirt as someone runs down the hall, but you just miss them and you can still hear their footsteps, but you're not sure who it is or where they're going. So these are the clothing interpretations of that as I can try. So this is the first outfit that I want to recreate. Again, it's very aesthetic. That's it. I have a couple ideas. I definitely want a tartan skirt. I don't know if you can tell in the photo, but it is a tartan skirt. The fabric that I have in my stash, I don't have enough of to do a skirt with, I think. So the plan for this is to kind of switch it and do the pattern on top and the plain on the bottom. So the plan for the skirt, how many times can I say the word plan? My idea for the skirt is to do Scroop patterns, fantail skirt or the Edwardian walking skirt, but with the modern cut. I have it in the tartan. I've worn it multiple times. I'll try and put a photo in of it here, but I'm going to be making it out of this black crepe de chine, I believe it is. This is a bolt of fabric that I got from my grandmother's basement. Again, it's a literal bolt of fabric. There's so much fabric in this. So I just plan on using this a lot. There's a lot of it. So my plan is to just do a plain black Edwardian walking skirt out of it. I think it's gonna go well with all my knits. It's gonna go well with everything I have. Easy peasy, you can't go wrong with a black skirt. For the turtleneck, I'm not a turtleneck person. I don't like things high up on my throat, but the Nikko top by True Bias has like the little mock turtleneck. So my plan, and I've said this about 7 times now, so I'm never gonna do it, but the plan is to do the Nikko top in this floral on black knit fabric. So then it's still a simple pattern, but it's got a little bit more of the interest. So that's outfit number 1. I'm super excited about it. That just sort of like casual, am I a teacher in a library look is just like, that's what I want right now. Like that's that goal. Day 1. Am I a PhD student? Did I just teach a course on the classics? Or did I find a book in a library that seemed a little bit off and then I read it and then the bookshelf opened up and now I have to go through into a garden? Goals. The second outfit that I do want to make is not less realistic. It's this outfit. This is a comic that I found on Pinterest that was, there's a truck backing up. This is a comic that I found on Pinterest that I think was published on Tumblr. It might be on its own website. I think it's called Hades Goes on Vacation, and it's a comic of Hades and Persephone, and it's modern set. So Persephone works in a plant shop because her mom owns a plant shop, and Hades is still king of the underworld, and he escapes for a little bit and they go on a vacation, and she's very cute and very hipster. And yeah, I just want to be cartoon Persephone also. I'm just having 5,000 identity crises. I'm having a huge identity crisis multiple times. Every time I look at a photo, I just want to be that. So I'm taking you on that journey with me. Yeah, so this outfit I think is going to be super easy, and I've already started it. So her skirt looks like it's going to be a circle skirt. I might just make it the Edwardian walking skirt. I kind of do want a circle skirt, so I might do that. I did, I know I had a zinnia skirt in the green linen, but I got rid of that. I donated that or Goodwilled that when we moved because I barely wore it. I never wore that thing. It was a little bit snug to begin with, so I might just do a simple like elastic waistband circle skirt, just like super comfy but cute skirt. For the top, she has a black and white striped shirt. I do eventually want a black and white striped knit top, like a sewn knit top. I think I'm gonna do the Agnes top by Tilly and the Buttons. I have it, it's easy. I've made like 3 of them. I love them, they're great. I just haven't found like the right striped fabric. Like I want that like classic French striped Sure, I think that one's usually navy and white, but whatever. But, so I'm not gonna sew one. I did, however, start knitting one, kind of. I decided to do my favorite things collection, sweater number 12. It's a broken rib styled striped pullover. They do hold mohair in the pattern itself. I'm not going to do that because I couldn't find the right mohair to do it. So I'll introduce you to the fibers first. The fibers. I am using Earl Grey fibers. Yeah. I am using Earl Grey fibers yarn for this. I picked this up during the Indie Untangled virtual event last October, and these are both on her Gunpowder sock base, which is merino, yak, and nylon. Do I have the tags? I do. I don't. I have one of the tags. Where's the other one? Oh no. Yes, this is a 70-20-10 superwash merino, yak, and nylon. The main color is Dark and Mysterious, which is just stunning. Also, this light, these south-facing windows, so good. And for the contrast, I am using Copper Boom, which is also on the same base. So I have cast on, again, I'm not holding a double with mohair because she didn't have a mohair-ish yarn in this color, and this color is stunning. I'm not changing it. I want a sweater out of it. I have cast this on. I cast it on my birthday and then promptly never touched it again. But you know, moving. So here we are. I believe I cast on the smallest size. It is going to grow once it's blocked, and there is a little bit of ease already written into the pattern. I don't want that much ease. Not enough to like do a gauge swatch and change the needle sizes. I'll just deal with it. I'm okay with that. I am using the recommended needles, which are a US 7 or a 4.5 millimeter on my Knit Pro Zings. And that's as far as I've gotten. I just haven't picked it up again. But now that I have this video going out, hopefully I will. I'm very excited to actually have one of these outfits kind of started. And I think this sweater is also going to go really well with the current tartan skirt that I have. Outfit number 3, we are back to, is she an exhausted art history student? Or does she run a bookstore that we're not sure where the books come from, but they always have the ones you need kind of outfit? I actually do have part of this already. I do want to make jeans at one point. It's on my list. I have a tiny anvil. I mean, I'm basically halfway there. But at this very moment in my life, I don't think I'm going to sit down and make a pair of jeans. So I did actually go out and buy some. By go out, I mean go on the internet and buy some. I got 2 pairs of the high-rise skinny leg from Dearborn Denim. Adrian of the Barrows and Whites channel, my older sibling, got a pair of these and really liked them, and I have not been pants shopping in years. So I got 2 pairs of them. They fit me really well. They're not as high-waisted as I would like, but I also have just freakishly, I have a very long hip area. So the regular high rises, or like the high rise, that the highest rise they have still only comes up to maybe the tops of my hips, whereas I want them at my natural waist. So I think I'm going to have to make pants in order to get that, because I also don't want to sift through every pair of pants at H&M and then have to buy a pair of pants every 6 months, because that's when they fall apart for me. But I have these, I do enjoy them, and it's step 1. For the shirt, I am going to change it up a little bit, because if I wear white, I will get something on it. I wore a lot of whites and creams in high school in my early scenester days, and there was a constant just dribble of coffee down the center. So to avoid that, I'm going to make a black one and just be straight witchy goth for this. And surprise to no one, I think I'm going to use this fabric. I'm going to have to interface it for the collars and just to give them some structure, but I think this is going to be a really nice blousey top. For the pattern, I am going to be using a pirate shirt pattern that Adrian has drafted / Bernadette Banner put out a self-drafted pirate shirt pattern over the summer when pirate TikTok was a huge thing, and I need a new pirate shirt anyway. So that is my plan at this point in post-pandemic. I don't care if I'm wearing a pirate shirt in public, like just let me be. We made it through, if we're making it through quarantine, and I'm wearing a pirate shirt and you can't stop me. I have no time for anything anymore, so I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a really quick sew as well, because it is basically just measuring a bunch of rectangles and sewing them together. The most time consuming is going to be the collar. I'm probably going to hand stitch all of that down, which is fine. Just put on a good movie, call it a day. I have both of their patterns lined up. I just have to take my own measurements and kind of adjust and draw everything out. I do have the some architecture tracing paper, which I use for most of my self-drafted patterns. Wrapping paper works if you've got that. Swedish tracing paper works if you've got that. Freezer paper works if you have that. I'll be leaving links to all the patterns and everything down below, so if you also want to make a giant pirate shirt, you can. I'm very excited for that one, because I do like having pants is handy sometimes. I'm not a big pants person. They're just annoying to get into. But I have found having them is quite handy sometimes. I would like to be able to style the ones that I have instead of just putting them on and throwing on like the 3 t-shirts I have, which all are my Patronuses of Quirky. Last outfit out of these 4 is this one. This one's a little bit more like fancy dressed up than the other ones, mostly because it's sparkly, but you know, that's fine. I do have I have a Simplicity pattern picked out for this one. It is a button-up shirt. Simplicity 1538 Mrs. Button-Up. I think I have it. I just haven't gone through my actual patterns, and if not, Simplicity usually does have some really good sales. Why are you focusing on the plants? I'm over here. Thank you. I don't have any fabric in my stash for this. I do want to take a look and see, do I have enough? I don't really have a fabric picked out for this yet. It's one of those things where I'm just going to keep an eye out on fabric.com when Affordable Fabrics is open up to the public again. I think they are open, but I just haven't tempted my wallet to go in person and see, because now they're like 30 minutes away instead of 45. Yeah, no idea on this one yet. This one, I don't stop focusing on the plants. I don't think that I'm going to finish this one until maybe the fall. The other option for the shirt is the Gilbert top by Helen's Closet. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll make both. Again, there's no fabric, so I'm in no rush. This probably won't get finished until the fall, maybe the winter. She seems like it almost feels like a New Year's party, but she went out to dinner on New Year's. I found everything on Pinterest. There's no captions on anything. For the bottoms, it looks like she's wearing a skirt, so I could either do a paper bag waist circle skirt, like a high-waisted circle skirt. I might just pair this with the a velvet pencil skirt, because that's more my style. Or my idea was, once again, to break out this bad boy. This is the main star of the show now, and do a pair of Winslow Culottes shorts. Block the plants. A pair of Winslow Culottes shorts by Helen's Closet, and then just extend the waist to be like a paper bag style waist, or a higher waist where the waist goes above the belt. This is drapey enough that I think if I did like a wide-legged short with it, it would look like a skirt until I revealed that it has pockets and is actually shorts, which is going to be very fun when people ask me like, oh, that's nice, where'd you get it? Be like, thanks, I made it. It's got pockets and it's pants. I just want to be like a little bit dark librarian classy. Maybe like my family owns a vineyard that's definitely haunted in the French countryside. Like that's that aesthetic I'm going for. I want haunted vineyard. My like Hallmark movie, haunted vineyard. This has been in my family for generations, and they think the Edgar Allan Poe poem was written about the basement, so no one goes in the basement situation. But like a little bit sparkly. If I can find a fabric like that fabric, I totally will. I will make that 100%. Those are the 4 outfits. Those are my plans. I am giving myself until the end of the year. I think once I just start making them, it's gonna go by very quickly, especially the bottoms. My goal is to finish the Persephone or the Edwardian walking skirt and Nikko top first. I think they're going to be the easiest, and that's going to get the ball rolling for the other things. I do have some other makes that I want to work on and share with you real quick. This is basically house stuff. There's a couple other things. I have picked up some fabric from my friend's fabric stash because she was destashing a little bit, and I picked up this beautiful plum and like red, orange, white, black, navy blue. It's definitely like a silk-ish blend. I think it's a rayon blend. The plan for this is to do like a button-up crop top tank top with it, and then I kind of want to do, I don't know what kind of skirt this is. I will put a picture up here. There's a girl on TikTok who drums and wears them, and I want one so bad now. I'm probably only gonna wear it to like the beach and the boat, but I think this would be super cute in it. Maybe I'll wear it to the tiki party. Tiki party. And one day when we're allowed to go on vacations again. One day. Yeah, I think that would be super cute and super fun and just a very nice like winery when we can go back to places, or like lounging outside while feeling soups classy kind of thing. I also grabbed this beautiful royal blue tealish something. One side's very shiny. There you go. Yeah, that's the right side. This is the wrong side because I want to make a Regency evening gown because there's no chill. We are going to be reading a Regency era romance novel for our May book club, and there is a mansion museum state park in southern Connecticut. My friends actually got married there, and we're gonna do a Regency picnic there for the book club. And being the extra biddy that I am, I want to make a Ravenclaw evening gown, Regency style. So I've got my blue. I'm gonna look for some bronze / aged gold trims, lace, and bedazzle things to put on it. I haven't decided like a dress to base this off of. I do want to do some research and pick one. That way I have an idea. I do have a pattern kind of in mind. It's more of like a tea dress style, but I think with the right embellishments, I could dress it up a bit to be an evening gown. I have to take a peek, see. So that is my plan for this. I do want to make stays as well. I have some green linen that I think I'm going to use for that because it's scraps and you're not going to see it. So it doesn't matter what color it is. Those are the other clothing things. No deadlines on those. I have also started, since we moved, we now have windows, many windows compared to our like 3 in the last apartment. So I am making curtains. Here, inside out. And I got this cool white and silver upholstery fabric, home decor fabric. I got this on fabric.com. I will leave the link to this fabric exactly in there. So these are going to be our kitchen and my office curtains. They're all cut out and measured. I just need to sew them. Yeah, we even have curtain rods up, just no curtains. So easy peasy. I just had to sit down and do it. And then I picked out for the living room, because we're going to have a Slytherin living room and a Hufflepuff craft nook. We are going to do these dark green velvet drapes, and oh, I'm so excited. I haven't ordered this fabric yet. I wanted to get swatches to see which one I liked better. This was the other swatch, so I think I'm going to do pillows in this, and then curtains in this. And as you know, I have my mustard yellow, we lovingly call them dumpster chairs because I found it on the side of a road. I'm going to get this color fabric to reupholster this telephone bench that I got off Craigslist. It is acting as a side table / when we can have guests again, it will be extra seating for guests because we have a very narrow space between the couch and one of the windows. This fit perfectly there. It's got this, I'll hopefully have a photo up. It's got this blue stained velvet on it right now. So I'm going to replace it with the mustard yellow / gold. And then I think use that similar fabric, or like a light gossamer-ish fabric for the craft nook, because I do have all my plants, most of my plants in here. My plant stand is right over there. So I don't want to block the light as much as I would in the living room. That way we can watch darker movies and whatnot. So those are all my making plans. I'm super excited for those. I feel like I've already said this like 6 times. My battery keeps dying. The last thing I want to talk about is what I have been reading. Last I talked to you, I just started, I forgot the name of this book, the second book in a Darker Shade of Magic series. I'm still working on it. It kind of had to go on a little bit of a hiatus because book club and A Crown of Gilded Bone by Jennifer L. Armentrout came out. I'm still working on Gilded Bone. I'm about 65% through. It is action information. So like little bits of action, lots of information. It's not going as quick as I thought it would, but I'm really enjoying it. I think it's also because I just moved and I'm exhausted. I also got my second vaccine and that knocked me out for the day. Yeah, I'm still working on Gilded Bone. What I did finish, however, is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I thought this was my book club book. It was not, but it was a very good read. It's the story of how the Queen of Hearts came to be. It was fast, it was delightful, it was well written, and it dabbled in the Alice in Wonderland characters that you know, if just from the Disney movie, without explaining who they are. And I thought that was really good. Like, they didn't explain the croquet, they just had all the characters in the end, which I thought was super nice. She has a whole, I think it's called the Lunar Chronicles, and it's, I believe, the villains of all the, like, the big fairy tales. I do want to read the rest of those. I think Cinder is the most popular one. It's the one I see the most on Book Talk and BookTube. The actual book club book was Into the Heartless Woods by, I'm forgetting the name, but I will put it down here. It is the story of, I believe it's a Welsh-based fantasy country. There's a magical woods filled with tree nymphs who need blood to survive, or blood to bring back to like the mother tree to survive. A boy, Owen, and his family live on the edge of those woods. His mother disappeared years ago, and after he had a near incident in the woods, his baby sister goes missing in said woods, so he goes after her. I'm about 11 chapters in. I did not finish it in time. I also missed the window to return the book. I bought it on Kindle. So I think I'm just going to enjoy it as a summer read. I wasn't really into it while I was reading it, I think because I was so hooked onto Heartless that I just couldn't get into what I was supposed to be reading. I'll pick it up eventually. The premise of the story I do enjoy. And I do love a good tree nymph. I believe it's like a reversed Beauty and the Beast situation. I have picked up a couple other books. The first being Rules of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the King of Scars duology in her Grishaverse. I watched Shadow and Bone like 2.5 times already. I love it. I could talk about it for 10 hours. I'm not going to bring it up. It was so good. I don't usually stray from books to TV shows. I usually don't like when they stray that far, but the way that they handled this series, chef's kiss. So good. So good. Yeah, I got this for my birthday. Haven't read it yet. I really need to. I know. I'm working on it. It's going to be after I finish after I finish Gilded Bone and Darker Shades of Magic. This is it. Actually, I might just read this and then finish Darker Shades of Magic. Once I get into it, that's going to go by really quickly. This is a little, he's not a chonker, but he a thick boy. Second book I picked up was Lost in the Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas. I could talk about Cemetery Boys all day. This author is fantastic. This is a Peter Pan retelling. The Neverwoods, children go in and they don't always come out, so Wendy and her brothers went in and only Wendy came out. So then she meets a boy named Peter and he has to fight the bad guy, his shadow. I'm super excited for this. I also did the campaign where if you pre-order the book, send in your receipt to the Aiden Thomas website. They will send you goodies. So I did that. It came with 3 things. I haven't gotten the nameplates because he does sign the nameplates to go in the books. I already have one for Cemetery Boy since I pre-ordered it during Y'all Fest last year, which is Young Adult Fest. It's for YA books. It was online, so I got to go. Doesn't matter. I'm not that upset about that part. It came with, more importantly, an enamel pin. So good. Quick question. How do you store all your pins? Because I have an entire project bag full and I need to figure out where to put them. Besides carrying them around and lining my collars with them. It also came with 3 prints. They are 2-sided, much to my detriment, because that means I have to choose which side to put on the other side, to put on the frame. So I'm going to be picking up frames for these. I believe I'm going to do Solo Wendy, Peter and his shadow, and Peter and Wendy. I think that'll be a cute little thing. And then if I get bored, I can just flip them all around. This is going to be a super fast summer read. I did get a box of books from Hatchet Book Publishing Co. I will go over those in a separate video because I don't know how long this one's going to be. It could be very long, it could be very short. So I might just do like a book episode if you guys would be into that. Or yeah, the traditional like knitting podcast, finished object, works in progress, what I got kind of thing isn't really working out the way I would like it to because I'm not working on stuff as much as I was before. So I'm trying to figure out a new system to this. So please bear with me while I try 1,000 different things. If you would like one on just books, like a monthly book recap, let me know. If you would rather just the little update as I'm reading things in the videos that I'm putting out, I can do that too. That might be easier because I will forget what I read each month because I'm bad at this. Yeah, just let me know. Or if you want, I do plan on doing like a stash tour / whip tour because I do, I need to reorganize my stash. It's kind of just in there, sort of organized, but I want to go through and like really refine it now that I kind of got my crafting Joe back. And then I can also go through my current whips and just updates on the projects that I have off the needles and still currently on the needles. And then, yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know. I could probably do a craft room and an office tour with that if you want to see how everything is getting set up and all the new plant babies that are coming into my home. Thank you so much for watching, for sticking with us throughout this insane year and supporting the shop, supporting the podcast, and coming back every couple of weeks. You can find me everywhere online as Gabigailss and Plies and Hellhounds. If you want to stick around, feel free to subscribe. If you hit the notification, you will be notified every time we post a video. Don't have a schedule yet. The new editing software is still a little out of my comfort zone, so it takes a lot longer to edit these than I would like. I usually record and edit on Fridays and post Friday nights. I don't know if that's going to be a new thing, still the thing, or if I'm going to end up posting on different days. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.